All right, I'm moving to Africa. But before we get into that, we gotta rewind back to 2021 when I first got to Chadron. I got notes, by the way, so if I'm reading, it's been 5 years, a lot of stuff happened. I'm gonna try to keep it brief and then we'll go from there. But anyways, rewind. So when I got here, 5 years ago, May 2021, just a kid, trying to figure things out, playing basketball. It was COVID, so the gyms were shut down back home. So I was like, hey, you know what, coach, can I come to Chadron? Is the gym open? Yes, on my way. Took my 2003 Honda Accord across the country, oil leaking everywhere, but we made it. And just like most summer athletes, I got a job. I worked out, I ate, and I slept on repeat over and over and over. And the next thing I knew, school started, rocking and rolling. And made some great friends that year. Caught COVID a couple times, picked up a concussion, a broken nose. And went to Puerto Rico. Great trip, great friends, great teammates, man. It was just good old fashioned time. Next year, 2022-23, best year of college ever. Bar none, hands down, just incredible time. Won a lot of games, played against the Huskers, beat Black Hills at home. Crazy game. If you were there, you know. If you weren't, talk to your friends. Survived back-to-back blizzards, fell in love for a while. Found out God was real. Quick little side note. So, boom, here's what happened. Went up to the Black Hills for a retreat with Mr. Tanner. He still is the guy running the Chi Alpha ministry on campus. So he invited me out, and all out there. I'm just like, okay, whatever, free trip. And then I drove out on the road one night, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if God's real. I parked the car, turn the lights off, sit out there, set a timer for 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, God, if you're real, give me a sign. So I'm sitting there, just looking up at the sky. Timer went off. I'm like, okay, I guess you're not. Pew! Shooting star across the sky. Couldn't miss it. I'm just like, ooh. I guess he is real. Now what? And I wrestled with that for a couple months. Told some friends, and yeah, God was real, and it was undeniable. I got what I asked for. Just not on my timing, because God works on His own timing. Of course, He had to show me that. First and foremost, hey, big fella. I know you're big, but I'm bigger. He's bigger. So, anyways, side tangent. It's my video, so I get to go on tangents. But yeah, so found out God was real. And yeah, bought a new car. And I graduated that year, by the way. But I still had another year of eligibility, so I decided to run it back and play basketball one more year. Still took classes. I was eligible, but I had my degree, so what are they gonna do? Fire me? Just kidding. So 23 to 24, last year playing basketball. Ibuprofen and Tylenol were my best friends. Right, every day, man. First and foremost, had to get my ibuprofen and Tylenol in because my hips were messed up, groin was messed up, abs were messed up, back, everything. I mean, college sports. If you know, you know, and you really know. But after the season, I was done with class, done with school, so I started detailing cars. First real successful entrepreneurial business. I've been doing stuff before, but this was the first one that made me money. Then after that, during the summer, I got my first desk job at the Chamber of Commerce downtown, working for the Miss Gabby. That was so much fun. And then during that summer at one of our events, I met a guy named Alan. He invited me to church. We bonded over AI stuff, and then he was like, hey, go to church, we'd love to have you, blah, blah, blah. So I went there, and first time at Chadron Christian Church, and I've been there ever since. So shout out to Mr. Allen Bagansky and his family for getting me into church and helping me grow my faith. And then, you know, we became great friends. And then later that year, he was in the tub with me, helping baptize me with the Pastor Jared. Shout out Jared. Yeah, so then after the summer, I got my first salary job working here, and it's my room, but apartment. But yeah, working for Chadron State College, the place where I graduated, and yeah, I was on salary. So every month I got the same check, and life was good. Life was real good. It was more money. I got more money in my first check than I ever had in my checking account, ever, and it was incredible. I'm sitting there, wow. All right, I can get used to this. Life is good. And you know, so that was fall of 2024. And then between then and now, I got more involved in church, picked up golf, started some AI projects on the side. And then my brother came to Chadron in this year, so 25 to 26. He came to play basketball. And you know, it was such a blessing, a pleasure to, you know, to work with him, to watch him, you know, go through college basketball, like a world that I had just left, you know, go through college, make friends, make, you know, the same mistakes I made, and you know, just, it was nice, you know, having family around, because I live 14 hours from my closest family members, and yeah, it was fun having him here. So that brings us to today, May 3rd, 2026, where I'm going to be going to Zambia, leaving Chadron with my brother to go to Zambia and get plugged into my dad's business. We'll be in a town called Solwezi. So if you want to look it up on the map, Google it, or Bing it, or whatever you use. ChatGPT it, don't care, just look it up if you can. But I'm really looking forward to taking on a new challenge with my brother. You know, this past year we've been, it's been kind of like a older brother, younger brother kind of dynamic, and now we get to be shoulder to shoulder in a new arena, you know, just waking up and grinding every day. Like it's something I'm really looking forward to. But I'm gonna miss Chadron, right? I mean, 7 minutes I can't really communicate what this place has meant to me, the opportunities it's given me, the highs. I've had my highs and lowest lows in this town, bar none. Right? It's been an incredible ride. I'm super grateful for all the people I met. You know, everyone here, you know, showed me love, giving me more of an opportunity than, you know, I thought I deserved. You know, I think I'm just a normal kid. You know, just like emphasis on the kid part. I love having fun, but you know, after going from job to job and, you know, doing my best, and you know, that opened doors, and then, you know, get the opportunity to get my brother here was incredible, and this job was incredible, and yeah, can't say enough good things about Chadron. But someone had a quote somewhere where it's like, you know, all good things must come to an end, or, you know, one door closes, another opens, whatever quote you want to use. But you know, it's time for me to move on and see what the next chapter holds, and that's why I'm starting this. Don't know how often I'm gonna be posting. Hopefully a little bit more frequently. Hopefully I can get some like B-roll clips, so it's not just me staring at you talking. We'll see. I want to share Zambia with you. I felt like y'all need a little bit of background information to understand what's going next, or to whatever. But yeah, got my passport, and we're ready to take on the world. Anderson boys heading out, and yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride. Can't wait to share it with y'all. I need to figure out how I'm gonna end these videos. All right, here's what we do. Every video, we end like this. It's P, signing off. Peace.